And speaking of sitting down somewhere,
Mm.
Mr. Russell Westbrook has officially been benched in the fourth quarter. uh, you know, by the coach, Mr. Frank Vogel. He came out. He said, "Hey, if if AP ain't getting the job done, we gonna sit him. He'll be all right on the bench."
Oh
Hey,
boy.
and we talked
What?
about the guy.
Huh?
No, I'll say we talked about the guy he was getting benched for. Like, does he have more chemistry with LeBron? And
Austin Reeves.
no, Malik Monk.
Oh,
No, you got benched
I
for Malik.
mean, I guess. I mean, somewhat. I
Well,
mean,
I think the thing about Malik, he can shoot, and when the game get tight, everybody can't be a driver. Somebody you got to stretch that floor so so the floor opens up. And with Russ out there,
can't shoot.
people would rather die. With him shooting that three, it's like, take it, be our guest, try it. We'll give it to you. Shoot
Look,
it.
It's
look.
weird because like that MVP season he had, like it wasn't just a triple double. People talk like, oh, he had a triple double. Well, he's done it every year since. So how come he doesn't still win MVPs every year? He shot, I don't want to say lights out, but he shot very well from three that year, especially for Westbrook. He shot like 33%, which is not great, but like for him, that's amazing. And so like the
But you know what
season
I
was
think that was though? He was able to warm up. You got the ball in your hand every possession. Like,
yeah,
come on.
but I mean he hit multiple game winning shots that year. He had a lot of game winners. Like he looked like, wow, this Russ is someone who could possibly take this team to the next level if he just got some pieces. And then he got pieces in it, and it just didn't happen. And he went back to old Russ, and he became triple double Russ instead of productive effective Russ.
I'm okay. Look, to go back to the question, Russ being benched, I feel like it was a good move, even though the Lakers uh, lost to Orlando. I still feel like it was a
They
good
beat.
move just
I
because
thought they beat them. They didn't beat them.
I, I thought they lost.
No, they lost. They ended up
Yeah, they
losing.
lost. Yeah, yeah, I think they
So who
still
did they
lost.
beat last night?
Uh,
So they stayed so that's the thing is they
yeah,
kind of stayed steady. They were down 7 when he left, and they lost by 7. But
yeah, they on a 2 game. They was on a 2 game losing streak right now because they lost to Indiana and they lost to Orlando.
Okay, okay, my bad.
But
My
yeah,
bad.
but anyway, just going back to him being benched. At that time, I think he only had what like 18 points. He was shooting 8 for 17. So I mean, still not really having the best of nights especially coming from Westbrook, who's supposed to be, a superstar, I should say. But I mean, honestly, it looked like the Lakers played a little bit better with Westbrook on the bench. I hate to say it,
True.
but I really hate
they
to say
did.
it.
They did.
But it's just the Lakers. It's just the Lakers play so much better when Westbrook is not on the floor, and
And
it's
that's
like
unfortunate if that's supposed to be your third option.
exactly, and it's just the fact that these guys vouch for him to come there, bro. It's like I I just don't understand why they vouch for Westbrook to come to the Lakers when he can't shoot, when they needed shooters. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm really hoping that they make some type of moves to get shooters to surround LeBron and AD or whenever AD can come back, because that's another problem right there. That's
When is
another.
he expected to be back?
I think they said maybe another couple weeks.
Because it was supposed to be a month, right?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be like another couple weeks, but it's always no telling because you don't know if he's going to stay healthy or not. So it's just the Lakers got so many problems right now. It's not just Russ. It's what I'm saying, the defense, turnover still. It's just they
Yeah.
got a lot to fix before they get to the playoffs.
Yeah, when he left the floor, I wouldn't say the defense got better, but the flow of the game was steadier. They were trading buckets the whole rest of the way, but at least they were getting buckets. It looked, like steady gameplay. It wasn't just erratic. Unless you have the talent of the Nets, you can't just do the one-on-one ball thing, right? You have to have team play. And I don't know right now that the Lakers with Russ have that chemistry, that team chemistry. And so it's not even fun to watch, man. Like, how can you have that many stars on the floor and just be like, this is not fun?
Man, it's just terrible to watch, bro. It's like I just don't get. It's like some of your favorite basketball players that you used to watch back in the day, watching them on this team, and it's just like maybe it might be that time for you guys to just hang it up. It's just looking like that. It's just looking that bad. Like it's just ridiculous, man. And me, I won't even say a Laker fan. Me, just as a LeBron fan, I am not happy. It's making LeBron look bad.
And the rumors of him getting traded for John Wall. Like, if I'm John Wall, man, I'm like, come on, man, y'all gonna trade me again for the same dude y'all traded me for him last time? Like,
and honestly, I don't even really think that's a great move either, because it's like you pretty much trading for the same person. Honestly,
no,
John Wall might be a little bit more defense than
John Wall's a much better team player.
John Wall,
no, right, but he's a much better team player. He's better at controlling the pace of the game. He's definitely a true point guard. He's not a great shooter, but he's a point guard. I don't know that what Westbrook is a point guard really. But
like I said, I'm just saying. I just feel like their gameplay. It seemed like it's the same style somewhat though. Like,
so I agree with you that like he's not the fix that the Lakers need, but I do think he would be a better fit with LeBron than Westbrook is so far this season. But yeah, I don't think he's the fix that the Lakers need.
Not right. What about you? Go ahead, Nico.
So what do you guys think about that? What do you think about it when it comes playoff time? Would you keep him on the bench if it's close?
I mean, honestly, I hope by playoffs they can get rid of him, but I know that's a huge possibility that
a lot of money. He got a lot of money.
Hey, he do got a lot of money coming to his way though, and I think
John Wall.
Yeah, that's
something about Washington and giving bad deals. Like what the? What is wrong with you? They done gave Gilbert Arenas that big deal. I think he just recently stopped getting paid. And dude ain't been in the league for like 10 years. Like, bro.
Hey, listen. I love all three of these guys.
What kind of contract is this?
I'm glad they got their money, but
hey, I need to play for Washington. Get one of them 10-year boys, $100 million.
There's politicians out there, bro. They gotta launder their money. They just do it through the Wizards. They just
however you can make it clean, do it.
You said it right. Thanks.
I need one of them though. I'll give each of y'all like 30. But I remember a couple years ago when LeBron first went to LA, it was a chart. I gotta find it. They broke down his contract, how much he gets paid per season, per game, per quarter,
per second,
per minute. And he was making like $1,000 a second.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is ridiculous.
Must be nice.
He better than Floyd. No.
And you know what's crazy? Is like I look at these like Patrick Mahomes contracts, like $500 million. I'm like, that's crazy. And then he's part owner of the Kansas City Royals. Like, man, that's awesome. Like, good for him. And then you hear about the other dudes who are part owners of the Royals, and you're like, oh, he ain't that rich. Like when he shows up to those meetings, like he has to stay quiet because you know what I mean. Like when you hear like the Clippers owners,
what did he just say? He's not that rich.
No, I'm saying like when we think about Michael Jordan, the richest athlete, like the richest basketball player, right? He's like he just hit like 2 million or something like that. When he shows up to the owners' meetings, like he's not the one.
He broke his dude in there. Like imagine that.
Yeah, you got like the Clippers owner. He's like 79. You got like the Clippers owner. He's like 79. You got a point though. And so it's like you think like I think like this crazy money, and then you hear about the other owners running the place. It's like, dude, those dudes are what are they? And it's all like business you never heard
like
of.
Robert Kraft and Jerry Jones. Look, think about how small they make other owners feel.
Like they run those meetings.
Ain't nobody asked you, Jerry.
Who ran those meetings?
Another show for another day.
Jerry runs every meeting. Let's be clear. Unless Robert ain't around. Then Robert like, hey, come on.
Yeah. Robert takes some trips to Florida, and then
we're not gonna talk about that.
He gotta stay then he gotta stay out of the news for a little bit. Listen, we're getting off track here.
We getting off track.